We're hanging out with a familiar name and a familiar face to Fresno State fans. Coach Mac, Jim McElwain, joining us now here, the new head coach at Colorado State. You look good in green, I have to admit.
Well, thank you very much. And I felt like I looked good in that Bulldog red too. But well, no, this is really exciting. What an exciting time here in Vegas. Kind of getting prepped up for the season, and there's always those expectations in the air, and we're excited to be part of it.
This is your first head coaching job. Do you feel different than what you did at Alabama? What's the difference? What's the biggest thing that you've had to deal with becoming a head coach and dealing with those different tasks at hand?
Well, I think one of the things is, you reflect back on some of the great guys you've been around, and obviously Nick Saban and John L. Smith, and of course Pat Hill, who was not only a great coach but a great friend. And being able to lean on those guys from an organizational standpoint, all the different things that are trying to pull you one way or another, and making sure that you stay on task, and those are things that you're able to learn along the way from some of the great guys I've been around.
When you talk about Pat Hill, a little surprised that he's not with Fresno State now. When you heard that, what went through your mind?
Shocked. I know that he just led Bulldog Rick, and he did a lot for that community and obviously the university there, and I owe a lot to Pat. He took a chance on me and has given me an opportunity where I'm at right now. So, but I know he cares about the town. He really cares about the university, and I know he's excited right now with his new venture in the NFL.
Jim McElwain, our guest here, new Colorado State head coach, and we all thought, and I even reported, there was a plane ready to pick you up, become the new Fresno State head coach.
Right.
I think many fans are wondering what happened.
Sure. Well, it's one of those things where, things move so fast in this business, and obviously my time at Fresno, I've got to this day and always will have some unbelievable friends that we made, and the people in Fresno were so good to my family and myself, and obviously the university. You got a heck of a guy in Coach DeRuiter. He's a wonderful person and even a better coach, and he's going to do great things there for the people in the Valley. But as it kind of worked out, it was one of those things where, in the whole interview process and those type of things, I think the CSU job came up first, and they put a pretty good pitch on, and I'm excited to be there, but just having the opportunity to be able to visit with different universities, that's exciting for a kid growing up in Montana. I would have never thought in a million years that anybody had even been interested.
I think a lot of people are interested because you have a track record now. You can win national championships, at least with the offensive side of the ball. And I know it's Alabama and it's a different beast out there, and recruiting dollars are bigger and better, and I get that portion. But you feel the pressure of winning right away at Colorado State?
Well, I think, you wouldn't be in this business if you weren't, kind of focused on winning. But I think the first thing we needed to do where I'm at right now is understand the process and what it takes to be a champion, and what it takes to wake up every day and put a hard day's work in and investing in your own company and your own business. And those are the things, kind of changing a mindset on how you think. But, as far as the championships, and, there's a lot more that goes into it. It's being able to affect a young man's life in a positive manner. So as he moves on generations down, he can reflect back on those experiences. And I've had a lot of contact with some of those ex-dogs that I've coached, and those guys were excited, about me getting the opportunity to be where I'm at, and a couple of them actually have come up to practice and seen us, so it's great to see those guys again, and that's one thing I'll go back. What a great time I had in Fresno.
Coach Mac joining us here at the Mountain West Conference Media Days here in Vegas, and it's Vegas. How many times do you get to Vegas at all?
Not enough. But actually, it might be a good thing. But no, I just think what a super place to have this. It's good for a lot of people to come. It's for the media. I know you guys are working your tails off, believe me. But hopefully you'll be able to get a little chance to enjoy what a super town this is. And you know what? This is a great conference. And in our first coaches meeting, what a wonderful group of coaches that are in this conference. And I look at it as a privilege to be part of the Mountain West, and a conference that has history, a conference that has tradition and winning tradition, and that's something I think that sets this conference apart from a lot of different people.
You know, there's a lot of turnover in this conference, as you've seen that, and obviously a lot of new coaches here, and it's young, new coaches like yourself coming up in this job market, so to speak, that's almost wide open every day, it seems like. Does this conference, though, you think, going to demand the respect without a Boise State next year? Do you think the way it's stacked now, it's good, but you think it's ever going to be to the point where, hey, these big dogs are going to respect? Because you came from the SEC, you should know.
Sure. But I also know the schools that are here and the quality of coaches that are here and the kind of institutions that are here. I mean, when you look back and, you know, really Pat Hill put those type of programs on you know, out there. You know, him going out and playing and beating some of the great people on the road and some, you know, some larger conferences. And, you know, I look at it as an opportunity, you know, as of right now, really, there'll only be 2 football playing conferences west of the Mississippi. You know, it'll be us and the Pac-12. And you know, with that, I think, you know, the Mountain West schools that are here that'll be competing at a high level. And obviously, we'll go out and schedule people. And at the same time, you know, we're looking forward to putting our brand out there, the positive brand of what is the Mountain West. And we're really excited about that as a coaching staff.
I want to get your thoughts on, obviously, the last couple of weeks, a new playoff system will go into effect in 2014. You come from a power conference again, and, you know, maybe the power conferences knew that this was going to happen eventually, but did it do its due diligence in having a 14 playoff? Is it enough? Is it enough for the college football fan? Is it enough for where you stand now, which is a mid-major?
Sure, and you know, I look at it, I think, you know, the playoff was inevitable. It's something the fans wanted. Yet we were able to keep the integrity of the bowl system to reward, you know, good seasons for a lot of different schools around the country. You know, with that being said, obviously growing up in Division I AA football, or whatever they call it now, you know, having a playoff system was something that was really exciting. And you know, the scope and the landscape of college football is going to, it's still a long ways from being set. We've got a lot of change that's going to happen in the near future, as well as looking forward to probably 6, 7, 8 years down the road. I do know this, the fans wanted a playoff. Being part of a playoff system back in 1AA, and then being part of the BCS structure as we were at Alabama, and being fortunate enough to win a couple of those national titles. I see both sides. I think the playoff is good. Do I think we could push it to 8? You know, I think that's something that I think people are going to look at down the road. How it's going to structure, it'll be interesting to see. But at the end of the day, the way it is you've got to win week in and week out to be at that level. And, you know, in basketball, you may have a rough, you know, and then get hot at tourney time. You know what I'm getting at?
Yep.
We're still rewarding a full body of work, and I think that's what sets college football apart.
Coach Mack, our guest here, Colorado State head coach, and you have a tough task at hand. You got to pick a quarterback, and you got to get your running game going. Is this a young team? I mean, what do you got going? What's in the tool shed?
Well, our guys have adapted to a whole different kind of lifestyle, a whole different kind of work ethic, and they're still getting used to it. But with that, you know, I think the key to what you do offensively and defensively is don't force feed a system. Have enough confidence in your knowledge of different systems out there that fit the things that you have and those parts that you have. So for us, we're going in with Garrett Grayson as our quarterback. Played a little bit at the end of last year. He has a skill set that's maybe a little different than Tommy Brandstetter that I had at Fresno, or you know, some guys like that. He's probably a little more fit like Drew Stanton was when we had him at Michigan State. So we need to do things and really accentuate his positives, and don't ask him to do the things he's not comfortable with. Same thing on defense. We've kind of changed that and evolved into an attacking group. Not real big up front, and so we'll be in and out of a lot of different looks, and we feel good about our secondary. So we might have to leave them on the island a little bit, except for when we play Fresno because they're loaded at wideout.
And you'll know what you have to deal with there. I mean, it's no secret. Derek Carr's pretty darn good, huh?
You know, we were watching, obviously we've gone through all our summer breakdowns and have looked at opponents more than a couple times. And one thing that stood out for everybody is Derek, and what a great player he is, what a talent he is. He's going to have a long career. I just hope he doesn't have that career that makes mine real long that day we play him.
Coach Mack, we appreciate the time with you, and good luck this season except for against Fresno State. I'm just kidding.
I hear you, and I appreciate that. You know, I just want to say what a great town you live in, and what great people you're around, and the people of Fresno are just the best. Passionate fans up and down the valley, and you're lucky to live there.
Good to see you again, Coach.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. It's good to see you, man.
Great to see you.
You're going to do so well at Colorado State.
I appreciate that.
It's fun to watch. It's going to be fun to watch you.
Good. Thanks, man.
You bet.
Appreciate
good luck
it.
to you.
See you around.
All right.
So 15 minutes when your schedule thing is that room where they do